Good morning, welcome back to the 5-minute limit. So today, my continuation of the Maimer is very Kabbalistic, and therefore we're going to go a little slower. We're probably going to break this up into 2 days, this part of the Maimer, but it's very essential to understanding the Maimer as a whole. So yesterday we left off with discussion of Lecha and the idea that Lecha means to go for yourself, that Avram is being told to go from his ha'ara, from just a ray of godliness when he's outside of the land of Israel, and go to the land of Israel, which is representative of Atzilus. There's four, so we're going to explain there's four different worlds. There's Atzilus, Bria, Yitzira, and Asiya. Each of them has different makeups. Atzilus is completely godly. Asiya and Bria is the godliness rules, but there's also a little bit of good morning. There's also a little bit of evil within Bria. Yitzira, it's half and half. Godliness rules half, and evil rules half. And in Asiya, primarily evil rules and covers over the godliness, etc. So those are the four different worlds. The land of Eretz Yisrael, of Israel, represents the idea of Atzilus. And when Hashem tells Avram to go, he's going to himself. He's going from Ur Kasdim, outside of Israel, to which is just a ray and a little bit of hashpa, a little bit of sustenance from his source, from his neshama, to the land of Eretz Yisrael, which represents Atzilus, which is the full extent of the neshama, and he's able to go to a source and connect there. So that's what Hashem wants to do. He wants him to go and get to his source. So Mamshech HaTzemach Tzedek. So the Tzemach Tzedek continues in that Maimer, and he says, in order to understand this concept, first we have to understand this concept through a different idea, and that is the second day of Yom Tov, which we have here in Chutz La'aretz, in exile, outside of Eretz Yisrael. We have a second day of Yom Tov by Pesach, Shavuos, and Sukkot. And what is the spiritual, the Kabbalistic understanding of this second day? So he explains the hashpa that happens on the second day of Yom Tov. How does that happen? What is it? It's godliness from the level of Atzilus, from Atzilus, that it closes itself within Malchus in general. Level of kingship is concealment, contraction. It's what holds back. That is the level of Malchus. So it's contracted from Atzilus into Yitzira, formation, the level of formation. And from that, it's further contracted into the level of Asiya, of action, of doing. And then it is mislabish into what's called the Ayin Sarim. If you're not familiar with the Ayin Sarim are the representative angels or spiritual entities, Sarim of Sar, of a like commander, the rulers of the 70 nations of the world. So there's Ayin Sarim, there's 70 Sarim, and each one represents a different nation of the world. And this spirituality, this spirituality is represented and manifests itself in the Ayin Sarim, and from them, through these Ayin Sarim, we get outside of the land of Israel. That's how we get our hashpa. That's how we get our sustenance. So the Shekhinah itself, the godliness itself, it clothes itself within the impurity to give us what we need. And that's also the idea of the Shekhinah went to Galus that God went to Galus with us, is that he's within the impurity. Hashem has put in the spiritual, highest spiritual levels, and himself within that, to give us outside of the land of Israel. But in Eretz Yisrael, we have directly from Atzilus. We're actually up to the 5 minutes, so we're going to go, and tomorrow, God willing, we'll go a little deeper into this and explain the spiritual aspects.